What's up, people? This is Jesse from Killswitch Engage, and you're colliding with Yell Magazine.
Is there a future with Times of Grace?
Yeah, I mean, we can pretty much do whatever we want to do right now. We don't have a label attached to us anymore, so
Right.
yeah. I don't know when, because Killswitch is going to be really busy the next few years, but yeah, it's not over.
How were you approached to rejoin the group?
Well, the story, the generic story is that I read the press release that Howard left the band, or they, parted ways with Howard, whatever. And within 24 hours, I called management and said, "Hey, man, I heard you guys are doing tryouts. Put me on the list. I want to try out the band." Thought it'd be a good gesture and fun for everybody if I just put myself and was a name on the list, So that's kind of how it happened.
Okay. And did anybody else try out?
Oh yeah, they had like 25 people, I think, something like that.
Okay.
And we were all kept secret from each other, but I know there was at least 1 or 2 names on that list that I was like, whoa, these guys could definitely nail it.
Yeah.
And my opinion was, if I got it, cool, and if I didn't, cool. It wasn't meant to be. I just figured, I felt it. It's hard to explain. I don't want to get all sappy, but I just felt like now was the time. If you would ask me a year ago, I wouldn't even thought twice about it. My main drive was Times of Grace, and I think with Times of Grace sort of, being dropped and just not doing as well as people wanted it to do, it kind of cleared me out, and I had to go back and work a day job. And so I think working a day job puts things in perspective always.
Yeah.
When that opportunity came out, I was like, do I want to hang out with my friends and make music, or do I want to keep working my day job? So it's pretty obvious what I was going to do. Just enjoying my friends, man. Honestly, I love those guys. We've been friends for over a decade, especially Adam, Joel, and I. Touring with Times of Grace last year really sort of solidified my love for being out on the road again, and yeah, just hanging out on the bus with my buddies. It's great. I mean, obviously I love being on stage, but it's so different when, because stage time is only about an hour a day. The rest of that time, you're really in close proximity, so it helps to be closer, have fun with the people you're with, and I've been having a blast.
Okay. My impression is that the Howard departure wasn't a bad departure.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty much both sides being like, this isn't working.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the general story.
Okay. That wasn't the direction I was going in.
All right, sorry.
No.
I'm programmed to respond a certain way. That's the story.
I was just wondering if Howard I know you're performing Howard era songs.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if he's helped you out vocally. With
No,
some of his material.
Really, the most I've spoken to him in 10 years is we went out to eat at an Indian restaurant. The band was there, and I went to go see them to support them. And Howard and I talked about his love of fishing. That's really, I don't know him that well, and it's not that we're not friends. We're just more of acquaintances.
Okay.
So no, that was all on my own in my studio at home, just trying to wrap myself, around those songs. And not only just to perform them a certain way, but lyrically, how to put my head in that space of owning it. So I'm not just up there reciting somebody else's words. I'm actually feeling it, which is really important for me as a performer. I can't just go through the motions. There's got to be emotion. There's got to be, my soul's got to be attached to those words. So that was the big process for me, was trying to live inside these songs, which I think I finally have gotten there.
And prior to you joining, KSE had an album written.
Yeah.
Is the material still there? And then the release has been delayed. Is the material still there? And,
oh yeah.
Or are you rewriting the lyrics?
There was no vocals, no lyrics, no nothing done. It was just the guys jamming away, and Howard had yet to even touch the material. So yeah, I'm coming up with the lyrics and the vocal melodies and ideas, everything, and concepts, and it's really exciting, man. Yeah, I got 2 down and 14 to go, and when we're back off of this tour, which is in a couple weeks, that's when I start recording,
Okay.
finishing up the record.
Okay. So, is there a scheduled release date?
No, there's no scheduled date now. We're all hoping early next year, maybe late winter, spring.
March.
I don't know. Yeah,
Okay.
hopefully.
And you were on tour with them earlier, Lamb of God. Do you think the metal community should kind of boycott the Czech Republic?
It's hard to say, man. There's a part of me that feels absolutely yes, but I mean, why? It's hard because why punish the fans for something that the authorities had something to do with? And I know Randy would probably feel the same way. And it's funny too because we played the Czech Republic on that same run of European festivals, and at one point there was a kid who jumped on stage 3 or 4 times and was in my face, and I gave him a light shove off the stage, and I just, like, it hit home so hard with me that that can happen, and you can be stuck, and there's nothing you can do in another country, and we all felt,
$500,000.
yeah, oh, that's just, it's asinine, it's heartbreaking too, you know, because people don't realize that's a lot of money. I mean, I don't care who you are, you know, and especially musicians nowadays, not to go off on a rant here, but musicians nowadays, we don't make a lot of money. People are not buying our records like they used to. We don't get royalty checks like we did, so our money's made out here, and it's not that much, man. So I mean, that whole situation breaks my heart, but I don't know. I wouldn't want to say boycott it because it's not the fans' fault, you know. It's their government. So.
Are you more careful on stage now?
No.
Okay.
It's metal, dude. Come on.
Yeah.
Maybe our security and our people who work the stage are, but I'm not. I just go for it.
And to just quickly wrap this up, would you ever have sex with a zombie?
Absolutely not. No, I would kill a zombie if I ever saw a zombie.
It's a random question.
Did you ask Cannibal Corpse that question? They might answer it differently.
We did.
What did George? Was it George?
No, we interviewed Paul.
Oh, okay.
So,
I'd like to hear what George has to say about that. He's a funny guy.
well, Paul pointed the finger.
Yeah. Awesome.